Hello and welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome in. Okay, so this is going to be a true love reading for Taurus. Let's let the energy go into these cards. Taurus energy into these cards. Okay, again, this is the true love oracle reading. You know what? Yeah. Okay, that's better. That's much better. It seemed to me that things were switched around just a little bit. So I apologize. I'll try to cut that part off if I'm not able to, then you're gonna see it. So let's see. This is a reading over just a little bit. This is a reading for the Taurus. If you are a Taurus, you have entered into the right place. Okay, I am shuffling the deck. Okay. So what you should do is choose action, reaction, or outcome. Action, reaction, or outcome. Action, reaction, or outcome. Those are your choices. Action, reaction, or outcome. All right, Sean. Okay, so for the Taurus, here we go. Taurus, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm going in order here. Action, reaction, outcome, and this is for the collective. There it is. Just like that. Just like that. Let's see what we get. Okay. So, action. Resolving conflict. Resolving conflict. Second card up, sexuality. Sexuality. Third card up, connection. So look. I don't know if that's music. Is that music? Yeah. And then the final card is woo, self-respect. RESPCT. Oh, Lord, disregard my singing. Okay, self-respect. A beautiful card, though. All right, let's see what we got, y'all. Let's get it. Okay, so the first one is resolving conflict. Let's see. Resolving conflict. I'm going to read the essential meaning. It says, embrace this opportunity to create a greater understanding and connect with your beloved. Okay, just reading a little bit of the card. Misunderstandings, disagreements, arguments, and conflict can be very distressing in a relationship, especially with someone you really love. Whether we are, whether we like it or not, conflict does not occur. Okay, I'm going to start that over again. Whether we like it or not, conflict does occur even between people who are extremely compatible. For most people, it is not possible to completely avoid conflict in a relationship. So, what is the solution? Okay, so let's see. It talks about conflict being present and it's an opportunity for growth. Talks about having fear and not being able to resolve conflict. Okay, so we're going to skip all that. So if you chose action, you must be having some kind of a conflict, or maybe conflict is coming. And this is for a relationship, but it doesn't necessarily have to be man and woman or partner. It could be family. And I guess it's that part where I just kind of glimpsed through and it was talking about growth. We can grow from conflict, but you can only grow if you're being 100% honest with yourself and your partner, and your partner is doing the same, being 100% honest with you. There's an honesty threshold that comes from two people that when it meets, there's immediate growth for both. Okay, so this is channeled. This was not in the book. And so, yeah. And this is like giving you, it's almost like a secret to the universe. If it is not immediate spiritual growth, then if either you're not being honest or your partner's not being honest, because when there is honesty with both, it's almost like a bomb going off. And so um, you must use your own discernment to figure out what your situation is. But if you are in a relationship and you both are being honest and you feel that energy of a bomb going off, that means that you are successfully resolving the conflict by coming from a space of love and honesty with one another. And even when you look at the card, it says love right there in the middle. He's got a heart, she's got a heart. It says empathy. And then it says the cards, compassion and understanding. So when you two are, when it is truly love and you are coming from a space of love, both of you, it creates some kind of, it's like an automatic healing for both of you when you both come from a space of love and you meet each other. Um, and it's healing and it's fantastic. So whomever chose this card, um, you will know. You will feel it. If you are being totally honest with someone and they are being totally honest with you, you will feel it. But if you are being totally honest and they are not being totally honest and you don't feel anything, then you need to reevaluate. You need to do some soul searching, is what I call it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? All right. Next card on the board is sexuality. Okay, let's see what sexuality, let's see the meaning behind sexuality in the book. Okay, so it says sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship. The now, okay, then it says the natural rhythm of sexuality and sadly misunderstanding in our modern culture. Wait. Okay, the natural rhythms of sexuality are sadly misunderstood in our modern culture. All too often, we see that a person's natural sexuality is glorified and engaged in order to lure or attract a partner. As a result, many people become entangled in relationships that have little substance other than sexual attraction. Wow. So, if you chose this card today, either, okay, it's like either you are using your sexuality to attract a partner and it is not going to lead you down a good road. Um, you're going to find that there is nothing other than that there at the end of the day, if you're looking for something long term. And And then on the flip side, and some of you are in great relationships and you need to explore your sexuality with your partner. So you determine which one applies to you. But know that attracting a partner with sexuality will never lead to happiness in the end. It's got to be so much more than that to make you happy. Okay? All right, so that is the message under sexuality. That's pretty deep. Pretty deep. Okay, so next is outcome, connection. They want me to go back and say on the reaction for the sexuality. Also, if you are with the right person and all of your needs are being met, your sexuality just comes out naturally. It is naturally shown in a respectful but beautiful way because you are so aligned with your partner, with the universe, with the moon, with the stars, with the sun, and so forth, with the planet, that your sexuality will present itself in a natural and beautiful way. And you will notice a difference in the two versus someone who dresses a certain way to attract folks and versus someone who is in a relationship and presents a certain way as a certain light, as a search. It's the sexuality in the most simplistic but beautiful way. Okay? Sorry, I had to circle back to that. For whatever reason, they wanted me to drill down. Okay, now we're moving on to connection. See what I get in connection. Connection. The essential meaning for connection is for a relationship to thrive, both parties need to feel appreciated and understood. It's one thing to have a partner or a spouse, but it's quite another to have a true connection and excellent communication with that person. As human beings, we frequently believe that we have communicated something clearly and that the other person understands what we meant or mean. All too often, we find that this is not the case. For a relationship to thrive and for both parties to feel appreciated and understood, a deep sense of connection and non judgmental communication is essential. The skill of conveying your feelings clearly and lovingly takes a time, take a lifetime of practice and refinement. Sadly, most of us are not taught this art of active listening in school, so we often disregard listening as merely remaining silent until it is our time to speak. You have drawn this card today because your heart yearns for a fulfilling connection with another human being and meaningful connection in which beautiful truths are revealed, honored, and shared. If you are manifesting a new relationship, be sure to spend more time considering how you will connect and communicate with the person coming into your life this time around. In an existing relationship, consider the area in which you withhold your sharing and merely listen, tolerating until you have your say. I'll stop there. It's like so many things that we have been taught was incorrect. And now we are in a space and time where we are correcting ourselves. And that this is such a good point. Don't just stop talking, but listen, hear what is being said. I do that. I think we all do that at times. We're waiting to speak and not listening. Don't wait to speak. Listen. Listen earnestly. Listen deeply. Listen heartfeltly, if that's even a word. Open up your heart and receive what they are saying. Process it. And then respond in a loving and gentle way. When you take the time to do this, you are more able to respond in a way that your partner can receive what you are saying because you have taken the time to understand. It's like to have an inner understanding of your relationship and how it can evolve in not only a positive way, but an uplifting way. Wow. Connection is very important. And it's important that we are 100% tuned in to our partner, not at every moment, but there are times when you're having conversations, you need to be 100% there. And so it's funny because I believe this is an action. It says outcome, but I guess the outcome of that action would be connection. So be in the present moment with your partner. Listen, receive what they are saying, and implement changes if necessary. This will expand your relationship, expand your heart, and create a positive momentum / connection for you and your partner. Okay? All right. That's it for outcome. Boy, these readings are so in depth. It's so much information. Okay, so self-respect is the last card. That's for the collective. Let's see what we get. Self-respect. Okay, so last card for the collective is for Taurus is self-respect. There is no need to compromise your self-respect for love or security. Okay, whether you are in a relationship or not, self-respect is the key to how other people perceive and treat you. Sometimes self-respect may seem to take you down to a lonely road, but even that part of the journey is worthwhile. If you aren't willing to speak up for what you believe in, walk away from the situations that are damaging to you and act from your own integrity. How can anyone else truly know or care for you? I'm going to read that part again. It says, if you aren't willing to speak up for what you believe in, walk away from situations that are damaging to you, and act from your own integrity, how can anyone else truly know or care for you? So they're saying, if you are not for you, you cannot have an expectation that your partner will be for you. So stand for you so that whomever comes into your life will stand for you too. That is you manifest what you are. So if you are not someone who speaks up for yourself, if you are not someone who speaks your mind, you're going to pull in somebody that doesn't want you to. So stand for you so that when you pull in a partner, that partner will stand for you too. That's how that works. That's beautiful. And that's for all of us. Having a level of respect and understanding about who we are. And we push that out to the world so that when we pull in friends, when we pull in relationships, we pull in what is equal to what we are. And we will do that anyway, but you just want to pull in the best and highest. If you feel bad about yourself, if you are down on yourself, you're going to pull someone else that feels the same way. So generally speaking, start with respect for yourself. so that when you are building a relationship, you're pulling in someone else that will also have respect for you. If you have already compromised yourself and pulled in someone who you may have feelings for, but you realize that respect is missing, then you need to, as I say, do some soul searching and decide if that's where you still want to be or if you're ready for growth. Because if you're ready for growth and you're ready to change your outlook on yourself, then you will pull in change as well. And that message is for all of us, including myself. All right, y'all. This was a beautiful, enlightening reading. I think I get something from everyone's reading. It's so interesting. I love it. This reading was for Taurus. I hope that you receive something from this True Love Oracle reading. Thank you for stopping in and spending some time with me today. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Ashe. We will see you soon. All right.